So I thought we could start with some common words that Eduardo will hear in Australia and help him understand what they actually are. So I'm going to say a few words, and then I want Alyssa, you and Michelle to sort of tell me what they mean. And then once I've finished my list, I'd like you guys to make some suggestions. Okay. So the first word is g'day.
Hello.
Very easy.
Hola.
Have a good day.
G'day is very much hello.
It's short for good day, but you don't bother saying good day. You would never say good day. You say g'day.
What about arvo?
Afternoon.
What is that?
So instead of saying have a good afternoon, you'd say have a good arvo.
Have a good elbow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was just having this exact conversation with a friend here in Spain yesterday because there's arvo. So you could say, have a good arvo. Or if we were going to meet up later today, so this afternoon, I might say, see you the Savo. The Savo. See the Savo.
Eduardo, what do you think a Barbie is?
Barbie is the most known in the world.
So you know that.
It is to the whole world, Barbie is one thing, but for Australians, it's something completely different.
Barbie has similar to barbecue or something like that.
Yeah.
Very good. Ding.
Barbie. Oh my gosh.
Let's do a few quick fires. Alyssa and Michelle, just give me a yes or a no if he needs to try these. Pavlova.
Yes.
Yes.
Minties.
Yeah.
I don't think I like them, but yes. They're iconic.
Shapes.
Yes. Eduardo, if you see a spider and David needs to remove it from the house or anywhere you are, you must please film it. Just please film it.
Yeah.
I'll get the old tea towel and maybe a glass of paper. One of the birds that we forgot is a kookaburra.
Yes. Okay, of course.
Word is the
Kookaburra is a bird that's sort of like this big, and it's brown and white, and it laughs. And so you'll probably hear it before you see it. You'll hear it in the distance. It's this huge, long cackle that it does. Exactly. That's it.
There you go.
You'll no doubt hear one of those.
Yeah, now I know.
We're going to just do it. I'm just going to do it.
Well, thank you, Aussie reps. Speak
Bye
soon.
bye guys.
Bye. Bye. Here we are in the lounge, ready to embark on our Australian adventure. And we're starting with some soup, salad and bread. This is Edu, struggling to fill up his drink bottle. But he's learning. This is going to be 3 weeks of new experiences, starting with filling up a drink bottle at the airport.
Are you excited?
Very excited.
let me try.
Delicious.
Very delicious.
I don't remember. I think that one maybe.
This is the last turn. This is known as the wobbly hill
Uh-huh.
in our family.
Just arrived in the country and we've given him an Oodie and Vegemite.
If you don't like it, we won't be worried if you don't like it. It's an acquired taste.
Some people expect it to taste like Nutella or something sweet, but it is savoury. It's salty. You like it?
She did say it'll probably be only
7 out of 10. Vanilla slice. It's so jiggly.
It's look good.
Alright, let's see his first taste.
This is really good. 9.
9 out of 10.
9.
Wow. First boost juice ever. I've been banging on about it
Yeah.
for a long time. So let's try it. What flavour? Do you remember what you chose?
Pink lemonade.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. So let's try this for
Alright.
the first time. I hope. Let's see. Oh my gosh. This.
That could be good or bad.
That's so good.
Really?
Really. 11.
11 out of 10.
11.
Wow, that's pretty good. Shapes. Classic Aussie dish. He's always so cautious when he's eating something.
It's 8.
It's 8. Okay. Alright, ready when you are. Eating a classic Australian dish. Sausage and bread. Dun, dun.
I like it.
You like
I
it?
like it.
Out of 10, what is the
9.
9 as well?
This is my most favourite dessert.
Brand pavlova. Good.
That's really nice.
Who likes it?
Really delicious. I guess 11 the same.
Whoa!
No, that's really good.
We might have to ship some over from Australia.
Yes. So today we've had 2 11s, a 7, an 8, and 2 9s, I think. Good morning, waking up on Sunday morning. I've got 1 week to go. I'm here in Australia. Flew in yesterday. Last night was change of daylight savings, so it's actually 6:15, but technically it's my 5:15. Feeling good. I've had a good solid sleep, which was surprising. Today I'm going for my last long run. It's going to be 20 kilometers, and I'm actually going to go to my old school, the school that I went to when I was a kid. I'm going to run laps around the oval. So the oval I think is about 400 meters, so I have to run that 50 times. It's a bit of a full circle moment because I would run around that when I was a kid, but I'd do like 1 or 2 laps at a time. I don't think that kid would have ever dreamt of doing 50 of those laps consecutively, but still that's not even half a marathon. So it's a good amount for me as I prepare the last day of, preparedness before the marathon next Sunday. So I'm going to take you on that journey with me. You can see how it goes and we can go from there. I'm taking you for a lap. Let me pause my podcast. Alright, so far so good. 6.5 kilometers. About a third of the way there. It is a bit tricky running around an oval. Over and over and over and over again. Round and round. It's a bit boring. It's also very windy here. Very windy. So that's working with me and against me, depending. See, right now against me. So I'm having to use more power, but when it's behind me, it makes it a bit easier. So it all evens out. It's actually a perfect day for it, other than the wind. With sun. We all know that I hate the sun. Running in the sun is not good. All right, so just past 7 kilometers. My pace is a bit high. I think I'm eager to just get through this last long run, so I probably should slow down a little bit. Heart rate at 142, so it's actually not bad. Pretty good. It's actually very hard to run and talk and hold this at the same time, so I'm going to give you back to my wonderful content assistant Eduardo, who is here in Australia, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. Okay, Eduardo, shapes for breakfast. He's been in Australia for 24 hours, he's already eating shapes for breakfast. Yes, so here we have breakfast of champions for Aussie kids and adults. Wheat Bix with banana, and I've put peanut butter in as well. This is how I like to have it.
How do you a 7?
A 7, so it's equal with Vegemite.
Yeah, it's a Vegemite.
Did you get enough banana and peanut butter? Because there's plenty of flavour there. Wheat Bix doesn't really have much of a flavour. Maybe 7.5 now.
So nice.
Alright, Eduardo is about to try a Anzac biscuit. Very Australian.
So for this one,
Drum roll.
9.
9!
I
Oh,
like this for
very good.
breakfast, or I don't know.
Today is our first full working day since we got to Australia. We're going to Hippo Blue to do a factory tour, have a chat with Eldo. They're a wonderful, wonderful born to license client. They're really doing amazing things. But first, as you can see, going for a run. So I had the long run yesterday, 20 kilometers, and today I'm just doing 40 minutes. So 40 minutes, really light, taking it very easy, small steps. You know, the countdown is on, 6 days till the marathon. So this whole week is going to be very, very easy running. Lots of carbs, lots of food, lots of resting, lots of relaxing to get ready for the big race. But it's a beautiful morning here, up Beaconsfield, nice and crisp, fresh air. Oh, I love coming home and just smelling, taking in that fresh air. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. So we're heading to Hippo Blue today, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to open a package that they sent to us with some product. So here we go. This is a nice personalized Star Wars item with my name on it. Very good. Here we have a nice bag. Might actually use that today. This is the Sip in Style with Stitch. It's been very popular. Stitch is going crazy right now. Very, very popular. Here we have a large bottle. Let's see what we've got inside. So all this Star Wars product was launched around May the 4th, which is the annual celebration of the Star Wars brand. Here we have a food jar. And last but not least, we have another bag. So today we're going to visit Hippo Blue to see how all this is done. So let's go there. So here we are at Hippo Blue. We're going to spend the morning with them to take a look behind the scenes of how all their great stuff happens. They're one of our favorite clients at Born to License. I'm really excited to get in there, meet Eldo and the team, and talk everything licensing with the Hippo Blue team. So let's go.
Good. I'd like to, sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm David.
David, yeah, please have a seat. Yeah.
Wow, look at this.
Oh.
Look at this. Isn't it amazing? Really amazing range of product here. Or their Star Wars product, which is one of their newer Disney ranges.
Hello.
Hey, how you going, mate?
How are you?
Good, yourself? Yeah, likewise.
Eduardo.
Aldo,
Meet you.
nice to meet you. How you going?
We're a little bit early.
No, fine. All
We
good.
were taking some good shots out the front of the building.
Oh, beautiful.
Eduardo does these amazing things where he sprint
Okay.
does
okay.
things.
So I didn't see anyone running down there going, who are these guys running fast down?
We were thinking of you,
Yeah,
very
right.
suspicious of the random Brazilian running around.
Very good,
Yeah.
very good. I don't speak Portuguese, I'm sorry.
No,
I can speak Spanish.
Spanish, almost there.
Oh, un poquitito. No mucho.
Yeah.
This is looking really good. Loving to see the product.
Yeah, I said to the guys, I said, pick a collection that we've pretty much done from, start to finish. That also includes the adult range. But it's a really nice collection.
It looks
With
really
Star Wars, and when you see all the products, and I think that's the hardest thing in e-commerce, is that not everyone gets to see it like that. Like, you don't do as much marketing as you like. You can have a lot of emails and web banners and nice website, but until you actually are in person and feel and touch the product, and you don't realize the quality and also the beauty of the design. So
Yeah, absolutely. It's really, and how was this range? It was around May the 4th, so around
yeah, so we launched
Star Wars Day.
Yeah. So we did launch for May the 4th. So the adult range. Before that, we did a pre-launch of the kids range. We definitely saw an uplift. So what we find is that people will come, they'll look, we'll get lots of traffic coming through to the site, and you don't see the conversions. But then that same product, maybe a month later or 3 months later, depending what sales are on, depending what activity there is, you start to see one of the designs really skyrocket. So
They're coming back for it.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, I was thinking for today, I mean, we were going to have, if you're comfortable, walk through the factory.
Yes, for sure.
So this is Eduardo's first time, not only first time in Australia, but first time out of Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Exciting.
We've really thrown him in the thing.
It is a great experience for me.
Yeah, very good.
We've been doing a lot of food tasting. So we've done sausages and bread,
Okay.
done Vegemite, of course.
Yes,
a couple of Vegemite rounds. He did pavlova,
Okay.
boost juice.
Yeah.
What else? Anzac biscuits.
Do you want to? Yeah, I like it. Yeah, but my favorite food here, it was pavlova and boost juice for sure.
Very
You like
good.
those?
Should we go?
Yeah. So we want a bit of a site. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. If you guys want to start upstairs and
Yeah, let's go. Let's start. He says. But how do you deal with, I know when I worked at Warner Brothers, Harry Potter style guides, there's hundreds, thousands of assets. How long does it take to actually find the right one?
a long time.
Yeah.
A long time. There's a lot, and I think different systems have different search functions which help.
Yeah.
But I think it's about really identifying what you as a brand want to bring to market. And then once you've identified, then looking through the style guides. For example, the Harry Potter crests, the ones that are in the more kind of, simplified styling, they are too simple. And then the traditional ones are very detailed. So we can't put that on a kid's product, especially when we're looking at aging up. So, our core business is 3 to 6. So if we bring something to market that's too old, then we lose that audience, because that's where obviously 80% of our revenue comes from that customer base. So what we tried to do is say, okay, how can we age up? So let's now look at 6 to 12 and maybe 6 to 8. And then you'll pick up a little bit of the 8 to 12. So yeah, picking the right elements, picking the right style guide all comes back to just looking back at our designs and saying what best suits. And that's sometimes an issue with the
With the licensor as
licensor,
well.
because-
They want you to go a certain direction.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think that can sometimes be the challenge, is that Hippo Blue more than anybody else. They know their IP more than anybody else, and sometimes there can be a little bit of an
arm
what
wrestle.
we think is right, what we think is right. That
Yeah.
we're always encouraging the licensor to sort of lean more into the licensee and their approach, because they know their brand better than anybody else. And if they're using existing style guide assets and things like that, then you'd hope it would.
And we noticed that there's say, for example, with Frozen, where it was like, okay, we want Elsa, we want the new Elsa. We say the new Elsa from Frozen 2 onwards, and we're like, but people identify with Frozen 1 more so as obviously the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where people go to. So for us, that was again another challenge where it's like, okay, you're wanting to push us down this path, but let's start here and then grow. So our customer base are now familiar with it versus
Let's let them start.
Yeah, let them
Frozen
start.
on.
And then
Get
grow
that
with
experience of
them.
the franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is kind of our PD space. So we've got, again, we'll talk about this at another stage. This is the short stories.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you actually got to see any of that stuff, but
I haven't physically seen them, but I've seen them online, and yeah, they're just beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
Really amazing.
So again, just in the detail too, obviously all the, like even just the box alone is, they're beautiful.
Really nice.
And so this is the licensing side of things. So Harry Potter's obviously kicking off, and then that's their standard range.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
We're doing name day at the moment, my first name day. So we launched the Disney Classics. And at the moment, most popular is Simba in The Lion King. And number 2 is Winnie the Pooh, And then,
That's really
then
interesting.
Bambi, and then Dumbo.
Okay.
Dumbo drops right down. Stitch and that still perform better.
Really interesting that Simba, it's just the power of the Lion King, isn't it?
It's huge.
Yeah.
The Lion King, we were that, like Disney was saying, Winnie the Pooh, but I think it's for kids. I think they're still picking Simba for their kids over Winnie the Pooh. But I think the nostalgia of the audience, the older audience, are choosing Winnie the Pooh because of their childhood. So I think you'll see that shift. It'll be interesting when we do an adult Winnie the Pooh range.
Yeah.
How that performs.
I think it would do quite well.
Yeah.
I think Winnie the Pooh is one of those brands that has that generational kind of awareness. It's been around for such a long time. I remember my grandma was a huge Winnie the Pooh fan, and so she sort of like handed that down to my mum, and then my mum sort of like handed it down to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that sort of like
I think that's where it exactly.
thing.
Yeah. Just our product development too, that it's not just, for example, new duffel bag. This is our new duffel bag. So again, gone with the the new modern style handles where you've got Hippo Blue in that handle.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, just to bring a bit of premium to it. Adding extra pockets. We changed the lining to like more of a waterproof cleaning material. We've added an internal pocket and 2 side pockets. So as a obviously part of the product development is about constantly trying to improve the product. So again, trying to age it up a little bit, but it still suits a younger kid. And then the same with the backpack. So with the backpack, what we've done is both sizes. So we'll be introducing 2 new backpacks. Again, just a simple carry handle hook that we used to always have internally, so they can put the dirty clothes washing in there as well from daycare. But, as an adult, you could also use this bag, 2 nice pockets, one that actually opens to become a bottle holder.
Oh, great.
So it actually has a universal purpose.
Really functional.
Yeah, very functional. Wider straps, better padding, an internal pocket and divider on the inside. So when you look at this versus our old backpack, there's actually a really big step up. And most important thing here is about maintaining that price point as well. So trying to keep it that you're getting more value from when you buy with Hippo Blue.
How important is it that you keep improving the product? Like, why not just keep selling the same thing year after year?
I think you've got to grow with our audience. I think our audience demand more of you. When you hit a certain level, there's that expectation that it's going to just keep getting better.
They expect
Also,
more detail, they expect more
detail,
functionality.
more functionality, yeah. And I think that it takes you away from the personalization a little bit. So what we always say is we want product of choice. So meaning the customer chooses the product first. The personalization is the bonus. And now with licensing, it's the bonus. So what we say is, would you buy our bag if it had no design on it? If the answer is yes, now everything else is adding value. And that's where the real value comes in. Where with our competition, they might have, say, the design, what people are buying, but they actually don't get the end product. So for us, it's all about sustainability, longevity. So the more functionality, the more loyal a customer remains, the more repeat business you're going to get, and then they grow with the product. So if they have the old bag, they want the new bag. So that's why it's very important. So next year we'll redevelop our bento. So that's a patented design. Having the switch up disc has made it sustainable. We still sell thousands of bentos a year, but people are coming back now for discs. So they're seeing the value in that, or the hand-me-down. They can hand it down to their next child and just replace the personalization disc. And then along with that, they'll buy a bag.
Why do you think personalization is, it's so popular right now, you know, compared to like we went to Fountain Gate yesterday or the day before. You know, you can go to all the stores and you can buy a Star Wars backpack if you want. Like what makes a personalized Star Wars backpack more special?
I think the first thing is I think that, you know, with licensed designs coming directly off a style guide, I think it starts from the beginning of the design process. So a lot of brands would basically take a style guide and just put it on a product, produce big volumes. And so what you end up is generic. So as much as the kid is excited about wanting that character, there's actually nothing unique about it, because you could pick up that same property on 3 or 4 different products by different brands. Personalization allows it to be unique. And again, not just in the name, but in the design process. So when designing, it's about taking the elements that are in the style guides and creating a unique design. By creating a unique design, you then obviously put on the personalization. The personalization, I guess, is where you actually draw on the emotional connection from the customer and their child. So their child, one of the first things they start to learn is their name and learning how to write their name and the letters that are in their name. So there's that natural connection with something that's personalized. And I think you never lose that, because what we see is also in the adult range that the personalization, people still relate to that. Seeing their name on something gets them excited. So I think that, you know, it's not about being generic. I think it's about being personalized. And I think personalization is about a way of an expression, expressing your uniqueness, expressing your name, being proud of your name. And when you see your name, it's like that old saying, you know, when you see your name in lights, you know you've made it. So it's almost when you see your name on your product, you've almost made it, you know, so you have made it.
Harder for kids to lose their backpacks at school.
Yeah. And I think that's the practical side of it. So I think there's the emotional connection, and then the practical side is definitely, and again, one of our biggest selling products is our labels. Being able to label everything. But you're right, you know, less lost property means less waste of money.
Exactly.
But again, I think it's more the kid can actually walk into a classroom and spot their bag from a distance, not just because of the design. It could be 4 Paw Patrol ones, but there might be one with the name on it.
What I love about the Hippo Blue experience is you go online and the personalization starts from the actual base of the product. So you choose the color. So that backpack, for example, you can choose a black one, you can choose a different color, and then you choose the license that you want. But within that, there's different designs that you can potentially choose from. And then it goes through to actually putting your name. Those are the three personalization
stages. And again, they've been actually thought through, because I think it's also part of that experience for the parent and for the child. And I think that's where the value is, you know, so they can actually sit with their child in front of the screen. And, you know, the drive of which franchise is going to come from the child. But I guess it's nice when a parent can actually entertain that. So sit down with their child and say, let's choose your backpack for daycare. Let's choose your backpack for school. Let's go through and choose what color you like. Let's choose which character you like. And then, you know, the icing on the cake is putting their name on that. So I think, yeah, you're right. That experience is not just the end product. It begins from the start when you jump on the website and you're choosing the right design that you're wanting, obviously, for your child. So again, that whole experience is it's a personal experience. So.
And this is definitely more challenging than non-personalized product from an approval standpoint, because I know you've been working hard with Jenna and Alyssa from our team on the product development side, and you go from having, you know, a single SKU backpack to having potentially thousands of SKUs because of the combination of the color of the product, the design that they're choosing, and then obviously they put the name on at the end. There's thousands of different variables that could change the end product essentially.
And I think that's, you know, we can simplify that, but at the end of the day, no going around in circles. There's a lot of SKUs. The good thing is we don't need to produce mass quantity. You know? So yes, the base product, there's quantity, but you know, we can go in a run, and we'll see that later. You can go in a run of, you know, 100 backpacks in a day, and there'd be 100 different designs being produced on 7 different colors. But technically, those 100 different backpacks are 100 different SKUs. So the advantage here is that you print what you need when you need to. You print on demand, you print to order. That again helps with inventory management. It helps with, you know, your whole operations. But obviously hard work gets done at the start. So again, there's some designs that are more popular than others, and by having that choice, gives the customer the choice. But for us, it's really the designs that we put forward at the beginning. And then some of those if they don't work, they don't work. But we've got others that they can obviously lean into. So
Very good. That was probably your biggest challenge, is that you've signed a Disney license and you have no idea how much your sales are going to increase, because there's a direct impact to the actual product, the core product that you end up buying and keeping here. Did you end up, getting in a good place?
we did. We forecasted. I think the conversations that we had leading up to that were, really good with yourself and with Disney, and the understanding what impact this has had on other businesses.
Yeah.
So that gave us a confidence.
Yeah.
You're always going to be worried, because I'll be honest, you've launched other products in the past, and, the excitement and the energy's there, and it just doesn't turn out the way you think.
Yeah.
With Disney, we saw that 30% growth in December from launch, which we'd never seen before. And so that was the power of licensing.
It was an immediate overnight 30% increase.
Exactly. That was, again, the power of licensing at its best.
Yeah.
We were really like, wow.
And what were you expecting? Was 30% like a really good result?
Yeah, fantastic result. I think we forecasted between 20 and 40. We're like, okay, let's go to the 30.
Yeah.
So we kind of were perfect, bang on with forecasting. But what it gave us confidence going into back to school to then really ramp up our marketing around Disney assets. So we initially started off with back to school being Hippo assets and only having the Disney for the launch. But because it performed so well in December, we switched all of our assets to Disney. It took us a couple of weeks in January to actually get momentum. But then the back half of back to school, so that, the 4 weeks, 2 weeks in the last 2 weeks in January, 2 weeks in February, we definitely saw those Disney assets, that marketing really take full effect.
So one thing I've noticed is licensing has been able to help you sell at other periods of the year. So back to school is such an important part that you're actually using licensing for other tentpole areas, Father's Day and those kinds of things. Tell me a bit more about that strategy.
Yeah, so in the past, Hippo Blue was, again, being children's products, being core time of the year was, again, back to school. Not everybody's buying a backpack or a lunchbox for a Christmas gift. But you put licensing on it, it changes that whole scenario. So now parents are not just buying for themselves, they're buying for nephews and nieces and friends, because it obviously has that licensing aspect. And why not put the name on it? When choosing a Hippo design, you're limited and you don't know if another person's child's going to like it. But you do know if another person's child loves Spider-Man.
Of course, yeah.
So again, opening up that gifting opportunity was huge for us in December. Launching Star Wars during Father's Day with obviously a Father's Day range is exciting. Not just that mid-year sale. So any I guess, celebration time throughout the year or a sales period, now you have a range that's sellable, where a lot of people would be just leaning into us for back to school.
I wish this existed when I was young, because I never knew what to get my dad for Father's Day, and he would have just loved a bottle with
his name on it,
or the Sip and Style Star Wars. I think he would have really liked that. Just making life easier for kids. Let's get in something Star Wars.
Exactly right. Yeah. Exactly right. So Father's Day, again, launching the adult range May the 4th, and then following that up with Father's Day. That's where we saw the growth. Yeah. So the launch was nice and soft. We had some influences around that. Had a lot of support from Disney and your team, and obviously getting the marketing out there. Again, as I've mentioned in the past, it doesn't always take off. Certain properties do. But obviously with the Star Wars one, we saw really good engagement. We saw lots of traffic to the site. And then come Father's Day, we actually saw the result. We saw the conversion. So people obviously put the 2 and 2 together. And I think it was also the first time we'd taken our children's product and actually put something in the adult market. So now all of a sudden it wasn't just for the kid. The parent had experienced it through the quality, through longevity for their child. And now they're like, why not? I'm now can be a part of this. So our adult drink range for Star Wars was a big success. And obviously we saw good growth in that market. And now that's led to adding more to that range. And so we've got the Stitch adult range. We've got the Spider-Man and Little Mermaid now launching. So going into gifting season. So which is, exciting.
How important is it to have an efficient process?
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Especially come back to school. You're doing, anywhere between 50 and 60,000 orders in a 4-week period.
50, 60,000 orders in a
yeah.
4-week period.
And that's orders. So each order consists
Could
of
have multiple
products. So we're talking about 300,000 line items.
300,000 line items in a 4-week period.
4-week period.
Unbelievable. So what are bento boxes are, very much for kids to take to school? Is that like a sandwich? I can see like a sandwich area there potentially, or some grapes and...
Yeah, so it's designed, I guess the bento box is designed, kids obviously, a bit picky with their food choices. So this allows them to have multiple different compartments with different choices in what they're wanting. Very practical. Also, the compartments can be changed around. So we can actually add a divider, which makes multiple compartments. As well as that, we also have a snack box that can go inside there. So again, thoughtful, again, giving the parent choices for their child, and their child knowing that they've always got something they can eat in their lunchbox. So,
was there anything that you had to change about your processes when you signed a Disney license?
No, not in the processes, more just obviously compliance. So again, we were very lucky. Obviously, we worked to very high standards as far as our compliance with our international suppliers. So we just need to make sure they were verified with Disney. Once that was all ticked off, for us, it was more around, how do we incorporate the Disney brands into the packaging. Because we're a unique brand in that we're personalized, we didn't need to change the packaging. So all we did was add this holographic label, which basically brought the license obviously onto the product and into the packaging. So yeah, apart from that, that's really the only process is adding that stage of adding the label.
This is a really nice touch because it's in a way that feels really premium, makes it really authentic. It's a proper licensed product, which is important.
And it doesn't take away from our packaging. So I guess our customer, again, the beauty is that it's still a Hippo Blue product. So people appreciate that. So it's almost like added value. It's like, okay, I'm getting the best personalized product, but I'm also getting now the best license on it. So it's not just a licensed product that you're buying from a Target or a Kmart, which is great, but it's just a product with a design on
it.
Yes,
of course.
Where this one here, you're actually getting the best product,
a different experience.
You're getting a different experience. So and I think that collaboration, I call it a collaboration, even though we're partners with Disney. It's really a collaboration because you're getting the best of both. The customer's getting the best of both.
Yeah, absolutely right.
These are all products ready to go. Disney, Pixar, Marvel. It's just beautiful to see, So Frozen and Elsa design. Then we've got a Buzz, a Spider-Man, a Stitch, and a Mickey. So again,
thanks so much for the chat. It's been really interesting. I'm a big fan of you and everything you've achieved here, and looking forward to seeing some launches over the next coming months and beyond. But thanks so much for the chat. Really appreciate it.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for your time.
A Neenish tart. A Neenish tart. I don't know where it came from.
Delicious. Really good. I guess 10.
10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Not as high as the Pav, which was 11 out of 10. Or the Boost Juice, which was 11 out of 10 as well.